Well, hello. It's time for Mumamo. Wow, the chat is packed. Who is out here? Who do we see? We've got, okay, so we've got, hey, do me a favor, friends, say hello. And why don't you tell me where you're from?
Hello, friends, and why don't you tell us where you're from?
Yes, friends. We did. Don't Kill My Character here saying, well, hello. Imaginative Media says, hey, Troy. Good to see you, friends. St. Louis in the house. Of course, it's devious. Nate says, it's starting. OMG, OMG, OMG. Claude, of course, doing the favorite chant, the chant of the chat, which is moo, ma, mo. Raymond Segman, hi, Troy, you're late. Yes, indeed. Don't Kill My Character lives in the beautiful lands of Katopia. Perfect, I hear. A perfect place. A great place. Ottawa, Ontario. Clint lives in the Western Hemisphere. Okay. All of it. Warden Maximus is in Texas. Hey, Duke, good to see you. We got someone from Louisiana. Raymond, you're from Louisiana. And I want the humidity to stop being so high already. Absolutely.
I'm sending dry thoughts.
Sending dry thoughts. What was I going to say? I was going to say something really, and it was going to be really foul. And I decided I'm going to shift gears, and I'm going to speak it audibly because that's the best kind of program to listen to. Look at these two handsome devils. Hi, guys.
Hello, heroes.
Yeah, we were talking about humidity and stuff, and I was like, you know who makes me humid? And I was like, that's not going to work for me. But guys, so it's world premiere news. We have been teasing the ever living life out of this. And it's a lot of good stuff that we're talking about. Yeah.
I would say
Steve,
so.
Steve, can we hear you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, good. Okay, gotcha. Excellent. Oh yeah, Claude, you just relocated to Olympia. Love that.
Cool.
Canuckistanians. Oh, is that Canada?
I assume.
Happy belated Canuckistanian Day to all. I don't know where that is, but
Canuckistanian Day? Is that what you just said?
yeah, yes, I'm reading the chat. Of course, the chat getting me in. Clint says Alex is steamy. I like that. Let's
I'll do my
see.
best.
Nateland. Well, we know that's where Nate comes from.
Right.
Let me see here. That's right.
He speaks
Troy's
for the
right.
Nates.
He does. He speaks for all the Nates. We've got an inordinate amount of people hanging out, wondering exactly what it is we're talking about. And I will say that our numbers at this very moment are breaking records.
Mm.
So we've got many viewers, many people in the chat. Many.
Hi, everyone. Sorry.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on. Do we want to, how do we want to just extend this time out so that this moment is as excruciating for everyone as possible?
Wow.
Oh,
I mean, we could take guesses, but that's just going to leave some people disappointed.
yeah.
As people can already see, we are not currently engaged in a live heist on a certain, warehouse full of consignment product. And if this podcast were intended as a distraction for that kind of operation, we would never mention that.
Now that you do mention that, I do want to say that I love you all. You are absolute stalwart supporters of Green Ronin, and the support that folks have given, $33,655 in our time of need. Yeah, we're gonna bump Steve's audio up. That's a schmidge. But at the time of at the time of this broadcast, our GoFundMe has just gone bonkers, and we are so thankful and appreciative. And we bumped up the volume, or you will hear me say that in a moment.
Pump
But
out the jams.
I
Right.
want to say, folks, remember now, in times like this, you will get a sense of the kinds of people on the internet that love and the kinds of people on the internet that do not love. And it's okay. It's, we have, as, developers, as people who have worked in the space for decades, we've come to terms with, yes, thank you, Devious.
Yes, Devious, we've mentioned it.
Smart aleck. But here's what we don't need. We don't need anybody to take it upon themselves to right every wrong. We want you to enjoy your time. We want you to support the things you love, and we want you to enjoy all of that. And we can't. There just aren't words to describe our gratitude for the the groundswell of support from folks. We would see donations come in, and we were just
Yeah,
absolutely
blown away.
are yeah,
Honestly.
blown away. I mean, people had given $1,000, people, anonymous people giving. I mean, it's truly it's truly lovely, and it's just comes at a very important moment for us that will allow us to pursue the legal avenues to get our stuff back. And in addition, we're not going it alone. We are partnering with other developers that are in our same position. Um, but let's not turn this wonderful moment into something else. Let's be sure that while there are people out there that are going to have the wrong idea, and there are people that are going to presume the wrong thing, or they're going to just say the wrong thing, even knowing that it's not true. Um, I want you to avoid getting angry, and I want you to avoid attacking people. I want you to think about the vibe around which that confrontation has sprung. We will never fight someone into believing what we believe, or into supporting us. We'll never debate somebody
Absolutely.
into liking us more. But we might give someone pause if we interact with facts and we think about the warmth and the things that we love about the Mutants Masterminds community and the Green Ronin community as a whole. And I just want to encourage you to think about it in that sense. Imagine if you were a babysitter and you ran into a surly child that you were babysitting. You don't shake them until they're good. You don't. You set
You don't
boundaries.
shake them until they're good.
Alex.
Right. Right. Yes. You're just the kind of babysitter people love. No, but my point is, you're not gonna win anybody over by fighting. You're going to lose more ground. People will absolutely lose the thread on what a wonderful community is, because they won't see it. They will see an insular group of folks that are swarming their enemies. And I really want you to engage with those folks if you have to. And you don't have to. We have plenty to do. We have plenty of people to talk to, and a lot of work coming up that'll, community activities and events. Let's put our energy into that. Let's put our energy into creating a space that is undeniably excellent and warm, and an incubator for creativity and connection to fellow human beings. And I in some cases, we don't want folks that are going to be super negative and really out there to, we don't necessarily want to convert any of those people, but I don't want us to fight with them.
Hmm.
And so I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but let's not get into fist fights on the internet with people who don't like us. We don't need to go there. We got this space. And so let's preserve any energy we might spend going out there and causing more rancor, and then refocus that into the energy that then gets, sort of replenished. It's the energy spent doing good things and connecting with people that you care about, and being creative and hanging out during this program, talking about something. And
Yeah, Troy, I think we should rip the Band-Aid off. I
you
think we're
think
there.
so?
You're just killing Alex, man.
I know.
You know how hard I've been vibrating over here for like 5 years or whatever.
Alex Thomas, for those of you who do not know, is the Tom Holland of the RPG industry.
Yes, that's right. Alex is notorious. In the years that I've known him, he cannot wait to give you a present. If he's got a present for you, it's burning a hole in his pocket or mind or what have you. But that's a good song.
Right.
This little
Trike.
This is a world premiere announcement. Now, who is going to do the honors? Who are we? How do we want to?
If I may.
I
I'm
think Steve
assuming
should.
it'll be you, my friend.
All right.
Shall I? Do I have trumpets? Let me
I don't
double
know.
check.
Do you? Do you have trumpets?
I have. Let's see what I've got. 1 second. I've got.
Troy, I'm coming to your house, and you would better have told everybody by the time I get there.
How about this? No, that's not it. That's
not
not
quite the vibe we're looking for.
Not really. How about this?
It's better.
Okay, that might be the best I've got.
All right, that's what we got. That's what we got.
All right.
All right.
Well,
so everybody, we are doing a new edition of Mutants and Masterminds that is going to be released next year. More importantly, or just as importantly, in addition to the fact that Mutants and Masterminds 4th edition is in the works, what we are calling the Origin Edition or the Playtest Edition of Mutants and Masterminds 4E is going to be available in just a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks. That's
Gen Con.
Yep.
That's pretty darn exciting. I'll have to do this one more time. We do happen to so a little backstory quickly. Folks, I want to thank the folks in the Cape and Cow Club who've kept a tight lid on this, because they've been testing and running things, through the playground, if you will. And yeah, I mean, should we get into do we want to look at the Origin Edition and start talking about that? Do you want to wait for this to kind of folks are no doubt going to have some questions, but maybe we can kind of spur them on.
So
okay,
let me just briefly tell folks that the current plan is that the Origin Edition, as we're calling it, is going to be available from the start of Gen Con. We are going to have a limited print run of copies available on the Green Ronin online store and at Gen Con in person. And we are also going to have a PDF version of the playtest edition available. And then we are going to obviously have an opportunity for everybody who gets it to be able to give us playtest feedback. And we're putting things in motion now to set that up so that folks can give us their feedback once they've got the rules in their hot little hands and have had a chance to actually take them out and kick the tires and take them for a test drive.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have a whole program now. People who are joining us at Gen Con will actually get to hang out and have conversations directly with the crew, right? We have a yeah,
we have a seminar planned.
Yeah. And so if you are going to be at Gen Con, let me know so that we can make sure that you connect with us. And I'm imagining there'll be other opportunities for us to have further, dialogue on this. But
yes,
lovely. Now, chat, as you were hanging out, we want to know what your questions are, and thoughts that you may have. And Tempo says Gen Con looks like it'll be full of surprises. Yeah. we are definitely looking forward to having the community to play test. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about just sort of a little bit of the process, like how we've gotten here, and sort of the when did you decide to pull the trigger, and all that good stuff?
Well, I mean, we really got started, as folks have mentioned, with Valiant Adventures, which allowed us to do some iteration and some experimentation and some new design. And uh, Valiant can be kind of thought of as sort of a step towards M&M Fourth. And work has been going on in the background largely since that point, since we finished design on Valiant. And it is been progressing. We just did our alpha playtest with the folks in the Cape and Cowl Club on the Atomic Think Tank a couple of months ago. And now we are ready to move into the beta or public playtest for the book to get things out there to a wider audience.
Yeah, to answer Clang, to answer your question, Clint, we're just not even in a space to even plan for that. Like, we're working on the development, and we'll have updates as to the launch and the nature of it as we get closer, because we're looking at what, 2026, is that right?
Yeah, we are looking at basically a release about a year from now.
Yep.
Yeah, well, there are definitely some questions in here, like RC is asking about Event Horizon. Will that be third edition?
Alex, you want to talk about Event Horizon?
Yeah, so Event Horizon is still going to be third edition. We are launching it. So if you want to think of it this way, the first half of Event Horizon, Emerald City Nights, was the first adventure path for third edition, and now this follow-up, Event Horizon, is going to be the last adventure path of the third edition for Mutants Masterminds. And my goal is to make it as epic as possible. So if you do want to blow up your whole campaign world to start over, like sort of Infinite Crisis style, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want an easy transition to fourth edition, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah, there's the same question about Vigilante's Handbook.
So Vigilante's Handbook is going to be one of the last third edition source books as well. We could talk some more about the specifics of some of the differences between 3E and 4E, but almost all of the information in Vigilante's Handbook is pretty system agnostic. It's a lot about philosophy for street level superheroes. There's setting material for Pharaohburg that you might need a little bit of converting for, but the book will still be useful for you if you do third edition or fourth edition.
Yep, and the design on Vigilante's Handbook informed some of what we included in the Origin Edition, including the impress actions are built off of the system that we started with in Vigilante's Handbook for expanding out the uses of presence and interaction skills.
Yeah, and now, do we want to talk a little bit about how third edition books will play with fourth edition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically speaking, the math is still all the same. So in terms of a lot of the numbers, you're not going to see a lot of changes. Power level, still the same thing. And all of the math that flows from all of that, all still the same. So we've tweaked a few different spots of it, but the core of the game, essentially the same. And you'll be able to pretty easily use a lot of the third edition stat blocks with just a little interpretation as far as that goes. Sometimes the numbers will be in slightly different places, but they'll basically still be the same values. So a character's strength or their attack bonus or those other things aren't really going to change as far as that goes. So there will be a fair amount of backwards compatibility. I won't say it'll be 100%, obviously, because this is a new edition. There have been some changes.
Yeah, excellent. Dramaturg, good. I'll still be bad at the math. All is right in the world. You and me both, friend. There was another. So there are questions, of course, about are we going with the OGL, and what, how is that, the superpowered by M&M license going to work? And we are there are plans, and I would say beyond plans, we're going to sit down and have a conversation with our third-party developers, and we're going to talk exactly about what that is with them, and then of course listening and adjusting accordingly. But we're gonna save that to the debut of those details once we've had a chance to sit down and talk with all of our third-party publishing pals.
Licensing is in the works, and we definitely do plan on having something like Superpowered by M&M. We don't know the exact details yet, but we've always really greatly valued our third-party support for Mutants and Masterminds, and we certainly want to encourage that to continue.
Now, Gene, of course, asks as a question that you would expect a Gene to ask, and that is, will 4th edition have astonishing adventures?
Yes,
it will. Steve and I have already talked about sort of what the first adventures path for 4th edition is going to look like, and I won't say more than that, but it's exciting.
More importantly, in relation to that, we have also talked about updating a bunch of our existing astonishing adventures, as the adventures themselves will be relatively easy to update to 4th edition to make sure that the edition has a lot of adventure support right out of the gate.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm typing into the folks. If you are going to be at Gen Con, you are going to want to, as we said already earlier in the show, you're going to want to attend the panel discussion. It's Mutants Masterminds Roadmap is what we're calling it, and it's going to be chock full of all kinds of great information. And you will find that link in the live chat to the date and time, but that's going to be on Friday. That'll be 4 p.m. The Friday. What day is that? That's this is the second day of the con.
It's technically
August 1st.
People show up on Wednesday. August.
Yeah, but
fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's the first.
And so sign up, and it'll be about an hour, but memories that'll last a lifetime.
Yeah, are we going to live stream that, Troy? Or is that just for the folks at the convention?
I'm going to try to set it up. We'll see.
We're certainly going to record it.
Yes, absolutely. 100% we'll record it. It's just one of those things at a convention. Sometimes it's great, and then sometimes you lose all of your connectivity. So
that's the thing.
Yeah. So we will see about that, but it will be recorded.
I'll live blog it while we're doing it. I'll just sit next to Steve and just provide updates as we're going.
It'll be like almost being there.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll make sure that everybody gets all those details, and if we can live stream it, we certainly will. Jabronyville says, a 4th edition, damn, I guess I gotta update all my builds. Shouldn't take too long.
You got my sympathy, friend. I'm the one who's going through and updating all of the stuff in the Masterminds manual right now.
Yeah.
So
I love that. Now,
I'm frustrated because I have to update all my pre-gens for 4th because I'm going to be the games I'm running at Gen Con. I'm going to be using the 4th edition rules for.
Nice.
As a
do
first
we want
chance
to
for people to play it.
Do we want to get into any of the other sort of deltas or shifts or changes? Do we want to save that for folks to kind of experience it firsthand? What are your druthers?
I'm happy to talk about stuff if folks want.
Yeah.
I don't have. It would be difficult to say like here's the list of everything that's different.
Of course.
Because on the one hand, like I said, a lot of stuff not all that different. A lot of stuff different. But some of the significant things that come to me off the top of my head. There's a slight adjustment to the ranks and measures scale that fixes a bunch of things. And we are going to do the table in 3 versions. There's going to be an imperial version and a metric version and a benchmarks table. That's just going to be a bunch of examples that aren't actual weights and measures and whatnot, numbers. So if you want to know what the rank value, of the distance of a football field is. It's on there. Those kinds of things. The weight mass rank value of a average tank on there. Let's see, other big things. A bunch of refinement of the power effects, adding a bunch of our past experience in developing things through power profiles, and a bunch of other supplementary material. Big update to the equipment chapter based on all of our experience with gadget guides and all of the development work that we did there. The addition of we've refined the action economy so that we have the addition of a reaction action that characters get every round, and that opened up a really great design space for us to do a lot of additional advantages and power effects that are based on being able to react to things. And to massage a few other mechanics, as I mentioned, we've got the impress action as one of the action options that unifies all of the various interaction skills and using them during conflict and action scenes in more detail. There's a bunch of new advantages. We have the addition of both reaction and command advantages that are intended to make leader characters a little bit more effective and give them a few more options. Again, building on our experience from Super Team Handbook and the notion of building more teamwork mechanics into the system and more options for leader characters to do things.
Yeah.
Refinement of the conditions system, and gosh, a bunch of other things that I am probably forgetting right at the moment.
Which is
Alex, any big good points that I'm overlooking?
real quick, Alex, just before you dive in, I want to hey, Jabronieville, we're going to make sure you get a copy in your hands because I know that you have an extensive collection of stat blocks to get into, and it would be our pleasure. And then can we speak real quick to outside of the fact that Sean Vieira asks, will we see an updated Freedom City timeline? And yeah, so Freedom City is now Fordham City, is that right? Number Fordham
Before
City.
we dive into that,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just want to point out for folks who are eagerly sharpening their, preparation to redo all their stat blocks.
Yeah.
That this is a playtest.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
What we are releasing is not 4th edition. The Origin Edition is a playtest preview of the current draft as it stands. It is not final.
Right. Yes.
And we
thank
still
you.
have a year before this thing releases.
Of development, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's.
I mean, we still have to, lay it out and print it and all of that.
Yeah.
But there is going to be more development time, and your feedback is going to be very important in that regard. So before you redo everything you've ever done,
right.
please keep in mind that
this
this stuff is by no means final. And may well change based on feedback. Already, the development draft has changed based on our alpha test feedback.
Right.
So I anticipate that being the case for the beta test as well. Probably not as dramatically in some cases, but still, I think folks are going to find additional things. We're going to learn more and more about, how people feel about different things and how things work out in play. All sorts of tons of information that's going to inform our final design decisions.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to say that before anybody just throws everything out and starts over again.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. 100%. And sorry, Alex, did you wanted to get into some of the developments?
Steve got into a lot of it. I think something a lot of people are going to be excited about is there are a few things where we're taking a bit of a step, borrowing some stuff from all of M&M's history. We're borrowing some concepts from 2nd edition again, bringing back attack and defense as opposed to just off what putting all your
Did
offenses
I
up.
mention fighting and dexterity are gone?
Yeah, we're back to 6 abilities. Dodge doesn't have parry anymore. It's all by itself, and I feel so sad for poor Dodge.
Well, technically, it still does exist. You can
Mm-hmm.
build it, and it's certainly an option if you really have a character whose close defense is way better or way worse than their range defense. It's just not the default. The simpler assumption is that everybody has the same defense value. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but if you are, I'm granular. I like to make some characters better at protecting themselves up close and far away. There's ways to do that still as well.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think what I'm most excited about with the new stuff that we've been doing is it feels like it's easier to get into, and there are still lots of great opportunities for making the exact precise build that you want to get into. What else is I really like? I don't think you mentioned it, Steve, but we're as we did with Valiant Adventures. Instead of having damage be 15 plus rank and afflictions be 10 plus rank, everything's 10 plus rank again.
Yep.
And there's things in the Origin Edition I'm really excited about. That are we allowed to talk about it? Can I talk about the benchmark table?
Yeah, you can talk about the benchmark table.
So we have everybody knows the rank table that includes like how things grow exponentially for mass, for distance, and all that stuff. Steve has very ingeniously come up with a benchmark table that puts real life things next to what those ranks are. So if your character can lift 120,000 tons, there's an example of what that might be on the benchmark table.
So cool.
That's how big the Eiffel Tower is, or that's how big the Great Pyramid of Giza is, or a 20-foot shipping container.
Yep.
That's great. Yeah, very helpful, especially if you're doing theater of the mind. Like, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, Grant says easier.
We talked about the impress action a little bit, which, other than being really excited that I get to tell my players roll to impress me, is it's a great way to replicate heroes who have big presence and have the ability to use their just force of personality to alter scenes without necessarily ever throwing a punch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, I want to call out real quick somebody who I really appreciate quite a bit, and that's Jefferson, who says, I will not judge yet, but I like fighting. And that's the attitude that we're talking about. We're talking about...
I appreciate you keeping an open mind.
That's right. Keep an open mind, and note that while none of this is set in stone, none of this is set in stone. There are discussions to be had and tests to be run and all of that. And so really want people to keep their head on their shoulders, not get ready to, let's stow the pitchforks and the torches and work together and communicate.
And Paul, we will note there is a metric table.
Yes,
that's
for
right.
The rest of the world.
That's right.
And I was the stubborn American who was like, I don't know what that means, Steve. I'm from Ohio, the place where a large rock is the size of a small boulder.
Yeah, and then we measure everything in scones. Is that right?
Right.
Yeah.
Not in Ohio.
No, I mean in the metric system. Isn't that really what that's about? Isn't it like scone? Yeah. That's 5 scones worth or whatever. Let's see. There is a question. This is a good question. SC Pilot asks, why are we doing a new edition? And with this new edition, what changes to the Freedom City setting will come?
Well, we're doing a new edition because it has been 14 years since the 3rd edition of M&M released, which is a really long run for an edition of an RPG. We've done a lot of design since that time. We've done the whole of power profiles and gadget guides and a ton of character design and just a lot of additional work, as well, of course, as the development on Valiant Adventures. And we've learned a lot. And it's an opportunity for us to put all of that experience back into the game to make it that much better with your help. As far as Earth Prime is concerned, we have plans, but those aren't announced yet. the plan right now is that we're going to start with the rule books, the Hero's Handbook, which folks are going to see a big preview of for Gen Con in the coming weeks, and the Masterminds Manual, which is going to be the Everything Game Master book. That is going to be much like the Game Master's Guide, but with even more stuff and resources to it. And we're planning a big book of villains after that, where you are going to get pretty much your first look at Earth Prime as it stands in 4th edition, because it is still our default setting. So you're going to see a whole bunch of familiar bad guys, because we've got a lot of villains together in a big old book. And
No, but Steve,
we have plans beyond that as well.
Steve, I had made the suggestion that we change Freedom City to Fordham City, but it doesn't. I don't see any of that changed in the notes here. Is that not happening?
Not so much.
Okay?
Not so
All right.
much.
All right, fine. Just my first design debut, but I guess there's always next edition.
Troy, as your editor, I will just be kind to you and say sometimes English is a spectator sport, and that's okay.
I'll wait till Fivedom City.
Right.
All right, let's see some of the great questions in here. Is there influence from the new and popular rules light systems?
Some, but honestly, Mutants and Masterminds is Mutants and Masterminds. If folks are really, I think that M&M plays really quite light, in my opinion. I know it has a ton of moving parts when it comes to building stuff, but basically all of our feedback says that's what everybody loves about it. And if we were going to take away that, then it wouldn't be Mutants and Masterminds anymore, and it wouldn't be the game everybody loves. So we're of course taking our lessons from all of the new developments in game design. We're all gamers. We all play all kinds of different games. We all see stuff in mechanics. We're like, hey, this is a cool way of doing things. And we play around with a lot of that stuff. But then we also try and make sure that it's something that works in concert with the overall feel and the design of Mutants and Masterminds.
Yeah, I've been very happy to be at the table with somebody who runs M&M constantly, getting sort of being able to help provide input from the perspective of a GM who maybe cuts corners sometimes or does little tricks to see how can we make things a little less granular occasionally, just to keep that fun narrative action going.
Here's an interesting question. I'm not sure if we can answer it yet, but SC Pilot asks, will a Master Mage finally have been chosen, and are they a dragon?
Well, I probably shouldn't say.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I want to keep in mind going forward with Earth Prime is to leave space for the player characters. One of the first lessons I learned on Freedom City from the beginning was don't overcrowd your setting. Leave some room for the player characters to have room to breathe and do stuff. So we're going to be making some effort going forward to keep that in mind in the setting. So you may find things like the role of the Master Mage might be left up to you to fill, as far as that goes, for what suits your setting best and what is the most opportunities for your characters in the setting. Not to say that we're not going to provide the wealth of setting detail that we are known for, but we want to make sure that the setting also has some room to breathe.
Excellent. Alex, do you have plans to move USP to 4th edition?
The short answer to that question is yes. It will be after we get through the Preserver's Stone and the Event Horizon arc, similar to what I hope a lot of other people will do.
Right. Yeah, I'm just curious. As an example for folks to sort of look to and see kind of how that should work. Be an interesting watch.
Some of the Titan City serials will probably switch before we get through the Preserver Stone stuff, but I'll keep people apprised as that change happens.
Mm-hmm. And to mention, I saw an earlier question. Yes, both Impervious and Regeneration have been revised.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to pick up the Origin Edition to see how.
Right. Jabroni says you should include a couple pages for weird player questions and situations. A couple, you say?
You guys have played a lot of Mutants and Masterminds. You know how many weird questions you get.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Does it have a soul?
Right.
Right.
What happens if you turn one of the source pages into stone?
Right.
Your characters have to go to Steve's house in game and get a new source book.
King Snarf
That's the official
says,
ruling.
"Oh, we're finally getting closure on the Preserver Stones."
Yep, that's the plan.
There you go, friends. You heard it here first.
So the Event Horizon is about the Preserver Stones and about Collapsar. I think we mentioned that when we first announced Event Horizon, but if not, there's your extra bit of fun spoilers.
Absolutely. So here's the thing, pals. If you are anxious to get connected to what we're doing and you wanna engage in a community where everyone's talking about this stuff, then you're gonna want to join the Atomic Think Tank. AtomicThinkTank.com will be the place where we do the majority of sort of our gathering and testing and discussions and conversations around this. And so, join us there, AtomicThinkTank.com. Just 3 easy questions. And that's okay, Pope. You can be anxious. And join us there and enjoy your time there because it's a lot of fun. Also, do me a favor, friends, as you are hanging out and you're looking at your monitor, maybe you're on your phone, you're going to see at the bottom of the screen of the video that you're watching, there's a thumb and it's pointed up. And we want you to give it to us. And then we want you to tickle that bell so then you know when we go live. We don't go live just willy-nilly. When we go live, it's an event, it's an occasion, and you want to be informed. So do that for us. And then why not share this with a friend? Someone whom you love and care about. Maybe it's your mom's birthday. Mothers love us. And so if you want to, impress your parents, your mother, your father, a cousin, maybe a long-lost cousin, someone you haven't talked to in years, send them the link just out of the blue. And they'll be like, wow, they really do care after all this time. We're here to mend fences between you and your family. So, so if you're getting this link, if you're getting this link, just know that it was sent with love, and they're sorry for being so creepy. Let's see. Kingstar says that was one of the more infuriating things about 3. This plot was developing up through the Cosmic Handbook, and then, Yep. Well, there you go. Be happy.
Event Horizon has had a very interesting development cycle, and I'm excited we can finally bring it to life and put it to bed.
Indeed.
Absolutely. Okay, so I know we did start a little bit late, but I hate to keep you guys too long because while we did start late, the day continues and the development never stops. Do you send your ex a Moomamo link? Yes. Do that, won't you?
Only your cool exes, though, not your bad exes.
No, only ones you're still friends with, not the ones that'll be like, "What? I hate these people and these new people too." Steve Kenson, what's going on in the world of in the Steve Kenson cinematic universe?
Well, I can finally say the answer to that question, which I have been avoiding for all this time, which is I am working on a new edition of Mutants and Masterminds.
Dun, 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 dun. Finally, you can.
Which every time Troy has asked me, I've been like, I'm doing a thing that I'm doing, Troy, that I can't talk about.
Absolutely. Yeah. I will say this though. We did a pretty good job keeping that in wraps for as long as we knew about it, and I'm pretty proud of us.
Kudos to our all of our alpha testers for
a great job
respecting their NDAs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I saw Michael in chat go, wait, I thought I was cool guessing what I guessed, but all this time they've already known. Sorry, friend. Yeah. You could join for $8 a month. You could be a part of the Cape and Cow Club and look at all the good stuff you get to learn about first. Awesome. So, okay, great. Sorry, Steve, do you have more than you want to share? I don't want to.
No, that's pretty much it.
Fantabulous. Alex, what's going on in your world?
I'm working on a current edition of Mutants Masterminds.
Right? Somebody's got
And trying to get all my 4E stuff ready for Gen Con, because that has been a very fun exercise. And I already made all these characters. What is happening?
Yeah. We also
But
did
yeah,
we did a fun actual play, right?
we did. We had a great actual play this weekend, which was really funny because it ended right where it started because they're stuck in the time loop.
It was great though. It was it's super fun. Had a really, really good time, and then I had dreams about it. It was
Yeah,
so
Troy was a
strange.
very, very good Centuria.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really, really fun.
nice.
Working on my my puns, my hero moment puns. But you can check out that actual play, Independence Day, GM'd by our very own Alex Thomas, by clicking on the link that you will find in chat.
Yeah, and come watch them play the same event again in August.
That's right. That's right. That's
Maybe they'll
Flush
get it. Maybe they'll get it right this time.
People who watch live got a code to get a free copy of Independence Day, and it was Toilet of Freedom.
It was the Toilet of Freedom.
The Toilet of Freedom. Yeah, yeah. Centroia. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, big news, exciting news. Thank you so much for sharing, and looking forward to. This is going to bring such great energy. People are going to be really excited about it. And I want to encourage everyone to be excited, but just,
Right.
keep your head on. We're doing the thing, and you will have opportunity to engage. And the train ain't leaving the station without you.
Nope.
Try as we might. But yeah, awesome. All right, guys. Anything else for the good of the order?
No, I don't think so. See us back here next week, and we'll be getting ready for Gen Con and the release of the Origin Edition.
That's right. That's right. And friends, hey, why not spend some time thinking about a good question that you might want to ask, and then bundle it up and then bring it to next Monday's show. Bet you'll have some time to marinate in your excitement, and new friends who will be hearing this on demand. You can come back on next Monday, and we'll spend some time going through your questions. But now I'm going to let these guys go, and then we're going to move into the what's in the tank section of the program. Thank you, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Have a wonderful week.
You too. But now we're talking about the Atomic Think Tank. And I tell you, friends, this is the place to go when you want to connect on subjects like Mutants Masterminds 4th edition. We'll have play tests. We'll do all kinds of stuff. We will. You also just get to hang out with the coolest kids in the TTRPG space. Really fun, smart, handsome, beautiful people, inside and out on the Atomic Think Tank. You just have to answer 3 short questions. Did I mention that it's free? Because it's free. And that means that you don't pay any money to come and enjoy the bits and pieces of the think tank as you wish. There's stuff in there from the Age system. All of our games powered by the Adventure Game Engine, Mutants Masterminds, of course, libraries, expansive stuff that we'll get into here in just a moment. I also want to say that we've got the Cape and Cow Club. That is for $8 a month. You get access to all kinds of good stuff. Exclusive discussions with the developers of Mutants Masterminds. We also have the Pinewood Project. Very cool thing. Basically, folks are sitting down with the developers, and it's like a developer boot camp. You learn how to design and make your own TTRPG, and it started out as kind of fun workshop. Now it's developed into something, as is often the case, into a big setting. It's really, really cool and a lot of fun. Now we're going to talk about what's going on. Here's July. Look at all this good stuff. We did the actual play on the 12th. Memo today is the 14th, and Thursday we have Thursdage, and then that's followed by office hours with me at 5 p.m. Pacific. You get to hang out and we just talk in a Zoom chat. It's well attended. It's a lot of fun. It's a little chaotic, but it's fun. And then the rest of then of course we had the March to July 31st when we kick off at Gen Con. And that'll be a lot of fun. But now we're talking about what's in the tank, and we do that with our dear friend Devious. Hi, buddy.
Howdy, can you hear me?
I can indeed. You are heard. There you are.
Fantastic. Little
Nice.
worried. I had some problems with my mic earlier, but now I'm coming in clear. Awesome.
Well, we
How's it
prevail.
going?
It's going really well.
So-
Wow. What do you think of the news?
Yeah, I missed it. What's going on?
Oh, nothing big. No big deal.
Oh, nothing big going on.
Yeah.
No. I know. I'm in the Cape and Cowl Club, so we
That's
got
right.
to like put our grubby little fingers on it and play with it and stretch it like Play-Doh. It was fun.
Yeah, it was super fun.
We broke it apart, put it back together like Legos, and just really getting into the fun of it. I enjoyed my time with it and the play testing that me and others have done, like Paul Rua and Word Maximus and Claude, and we've all taken a look. We've all shared information. Love doing it. Love getting together with those guys and chewing on the system.
Yeah.
But anyway, onward and upward. So there's some other stuff going on in the world with Diamond. We're not going to get mean or anything about it. I understand that.
What's going on?
But I have apparently Diamond is being poopy heads. And as poopy heads, we must go, no, you will not be a poopy head.
Gotta
We,
unpoop it.
through the sheer power of our love for Green Ronin, are going to unpoopy it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and
So
and
I
again,
have put up some articles.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yes,
Yeah, great
I have put up
articles.
some articles for some folks who just, if you want to get to know a little bit more about what's going on and what's happened in the past as well, because there's a lot of misinformation and a lot of people trying to speak as authorities on the matter when they're uninformed and they're armchair quarterback, and we don't need that. We need good,
Right.
solid information, and that's what that's out there for. But
hold
also,
up for just one quick second. I want to encourage folks.
Sure.
Now, listen, I don't want people to go out there swinging. That's just not. I really appreciate that you folks are out there defending our honor, and that is it's really. It's nice to know that there are people out there that want to right wrongs and listen. There are many times with many different kinds of characters on the internet where I feel the very same way, but that's not how we do it. We are, the information that Devious the articles of the Devious has really gets into the nitty gritty of the past and kind of helps people understand some of the things that have transpired, but don't take it upon yourself. You don't have to go out there and fight the fight. Like I said earlier, preserve that energy and focus it into doing stuff for the community. And it just black eyes do not beget good vibes. So but I do appreciate it, and I see you, and I want to say that it's not lost on us that there are people out there defending us, but A, we can handle it, and B, let's not waste any more energy on the bad stuff. The rolled up newspaper of justice, exactly. Let's focus in on the good stuff and build that energy.
right, and be, what, just nice them to death. Be nice, be cordial, bow out of the conversation, and just be the change you want to see in the world.
That's exactly right.
Oosa. Now, on to other items. Mr. Paul Rua has had some lovely articles he has put in the think tank. He has put in one on a review of a French program called How I Became a Superhero. I don't know. I haven't looked yet, but I'm been informed that it is on Netflix in Australia and Canada. Don't know if it's on Netflix here in the States, but I definitely want to check it out after that review.
Well,
He's also done.
I was going to say
go
real
ahead.
quick the difference between whether it's on here for us or there would be maybe your VPN. So
there you go. NordVPN might be the answer. We
maybe
are not.
you are. Yeah.
Right, we are not being sponsored by NordVPN, by the way.
No, and
just Green Ronin. That's all we need.
Yeah.
He's also done one on Made Men, and basically he's talking about heroic constructs in history, and he's talking about everything from Talus, the actual the figure of Talus in historical legend, to the golem of Prague, all the way down. He talks about Pygmalion. This is a really wonderfully informative article. Kudos to Paul. He's always on top of it, always just smart, great thinking. He has an over simmering brain, and I love every minute of it.
Yeah.
I want to put that kettle to boil as often as I can.
Yeah, you'll enjoy anything you pick up from the House of Rua.
From the House of Rua. Also, I did an article. It's the next in my next tech series, basically number 4, The Last Invention. And
The Disco Brain.
Yes, the Disco Brain. No, the last invention is AI and using artificial super intelligence in your Mutants Masterminds campaign. Talks about intelligence as power and the levels of artificial intelligence. How we started with artificial narrow intelligence or weak AI for like the specific problems, like the chess machine that beat Gary Kasparov, onwards and upwards to what they're trying to achieve now. They haven't quite got it. AGI, artificial general intelligence, is an intelligence that would match human intelligence, but it is projected that very soon after they achieve AGI, they're going to get into ASI, which is artificial super intelligence, which goes far beyond that of human intelligence.
Lovely.
Basically,
What
how
could
to
go
use it
wrong?
in the game itself. Oh yeah, what can go wrong? Exactly. If you do check out that article, it's got a lot of videos at the end to check out if you want to hear some more about it, and it's kind of creepy. So definitely give those a listen to as well if you want to use it in artificial intelligence in your game, or artificial super intelligence, I should say. Now,
Lovely.
in addition to what's in the Freedom City Library, we've got also what's in the Aegis files. We have Jack Kellum coming in with a double header. We've
Nice.
got I'm going to horribly mangle this. Iwo EG, aka Storm Surge. I'm sure that I mispronounced that. It's basically an international protector vanguard of Nigeria, Storm Surge. Also, he's got Uranina, or aka Skyfire, protector in another Nigerian branch of Vanguard. We do have from Mr. Chris Davies the Octopus Prince, or Yasumura Satoshi, and of course Komita. In 2021, during the Conan invasion of Earth, the king of Kaliningrad found himself imperiled without meaningless defenses as an alien troop ship descended toward it with the obvious intention of landing and dispatching an infantry battle group. Great story behind it. Check it out. Chris Davies always coming with purpose to the tank, which I appreciate.
Nice.
In the news, there's of course this news, the one that you just saw there. Tomorrow, Tuesday the 15th, we've got Book of the Eclipsed. Now, they have been doing Book of the Eclipsed on Tuesdays, then Wednesdays. This is the first week, though, that they're actually just going to do it on the 15th tomorrow, and then again on the 22nd. But on Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday, Claude returns once again, and he will be doing his superhero shenanigans on the 16th. So we still get a double header. It is just going to be a different game with a different cast, different GMs as well. The continued story for Book of the Eclipse will be tying up this Tuesday and next Tuesday, the 22nd, and then Claude will be basically taking back his reins and doing the job this Wednesday and then forthcoming. We haven't got anything new about any other new shows with imminent products in them from Don't Kill My Character, but it's always a delight to see, and I hope they've got more planned for us in that avenue. This Thursday, I don't know if he's done with his move, and I'm hoping the fact that he came back or that he is coming back on Wednesday means he will be with us on Thursday for Mamathu.
Yeah, let us know.
As I like to call it. Definitely let us know, Claude, if you're in chat and you are going to be here Thursday, give it to us. Let us know. And of course, we've got Get Tanked with Troy, Office Hours, Zoom Social. I think the office hours are still listed incorrectly on there. It's
that's
now
a little piece of art. Yeah, I
is
should give you a
it
new
still 4 p.m.?
No, we
Yeah,
moved.
I'm sorry. I think I also put the hours wrong as well.
Yeah,
Posted here.
um, wait. So it starts at, now you got me confused. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Do me a favor, friends. If you are want to join, head to the atomicthinktank.com. You go there. The calendar you will see is the let me see here. What is happening here?
And I'll get this corrected in the meantime. So a little
Yeah,
bit later afterwards, I will go ahead and get that corrected if that's not the accurate time for you.
Okay, Claude says he is paused.
Paused on Thursdays, potentially relisting time soon. Excellent. Thanks, Claude. I'm going to go ahead and take Claude's thing out on this in the tank, but keep your eyes peeled for him on Twitch. It's a great show. He's very, very insightful when it comes to comic books and role-playing games, specifically superhero role-playing games, and specifically Mutants Masterminds, rather. Finally, Monday, and the reason I put it in here, even though it's next week, I put it in here because it's going to be happening before Mumamo. It is going to be the next episode of the Golden Squad out on Spotify. If you want to check that out, it's at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon. You can also find the information about them if you go to Linktree at the link I provided for you. You'll get there and get all the information that you need.
And it's just a pre-recorded podcast, so you can pick it up. It just goes live. It's not live, but it's a great. They're so great. I absolutely love them. They're just fantastic, and so you will also get a notification in the tank.
It's almost like a radio. It's almost like an actual play and a radio play, because there's
like
sound effects in there, and then he'll cut together something. He'll like shrink the time to make it more like a play. It's very, very fun to listen to. Finally, I just want to thank everybody who contributed to the GoFundMe. I am so pleased and happy and thankful for this amazing community that I'm a part of, that you guys are a part of. I love you guys to death. Thank you for all your support. This community is amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, it's lovely. Very moving. The entire team is quite moved. All right, so the Getting Tanked with Troy office hours are at 5 because it gives me an because we moved.
You faded out there. What'd you say?
Can you hear me now? Sorry, I think I lost a little internet as I was loading. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Lovely. It is office hours with me. Getting Tanked with Troy begins at 5 p.m. Gives me an hour between third stage and because we moved, the third stage starts at 3.
Okay, so 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, right?
That's right. Yeah, and I've got a little bit of art I will send you, but it's also in the tank at that time. So folks, join us, and it's fun. It's a good time.
All right, fantastic, guys. I think that's all I've got today. You got anything else?
No, my friend, I think I am thinged out. We have shared so many important bits of detail and information. Everybody stay tuned. Make sure if you're gathering up a bunch of your questions and to bring to the next Mumamo, write them down. Make sure you join us, and make sure you join the tank, because that is, again, where a lot of our test feedback and stuff will go, and other opportunities to chat and discuss all of the things 4th edition. But yeah, so I think that might be it. I think all that's left is for us to say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.